So hello and welcome back to my channel. This is my final team selection video ahead of game week 1. This time around we are going to do the deadline streams too. But before that, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon whenever I upload the video. And without further ado, we'll just get right into it. So as you can see on the screen, my most of the team is nailed on except those 3 or 4 blanks as you can see. So in my defense, I've gone with Estupinian and Chilwell, and I pretty much like these two. Estupinian has great first 3 run of fixtures, whereas Chilwell after game week 2 has great run. Even though he is facing Liverpool in game week 1, I think there is a chance that he might get attacking returns. And I've talked about them in length in my previous video, so I will not talk about them again. Moving on to the midfield, I've gone with Rashford and Martinelli and Saka and Bruno Fernandes, two Arsenal and two Man United assets. And even though I think Martinelli is a minutes risk in the Community Shield too, he's got subbed off and Trossard came on and scored. I think he is still the best finisher at Arsenal, and I think up and until the Champions League commences, he will be a nailed-on starter for Arsenal. So I've gone with them. And up front, obviously, it's Holland and one more striker. And on my bench, I have got Areola right now, but there is a chance I will go for Turner, who, if he secures his move, then I've got Kabore, Baljok, and Mubamu. Mubamu has already scored a couple of times for West Ham, and Ed Moniz denied him a loan move, so I think he's a nailed-on pick in my side. Then talking about the question marks, starting off with goalkeepers, like we always do. I think Everton at the back end of last season were really poor defensively, even though Sean Dyche was in charge. But if we take a look at their performances in the preseason friendlies, they have already kept a couple of clean sheets and they have looked better at the back. So I think given the run of games, I think going with Pickford makes sense. I think he right now he's my favorite 4.5 million defender, so I'm going with him. Goalkeeper, so I'm going with him. And in defensive position, most probably I'll go with a 5.5 million defender. So right now I've gone with Stones. He's starting in midfield. He did start in midfield against Arsenal in the Community Shield. Man City have signed Guardiola, so there will be a rotation risk in Stones. But I think right now, given the attacking threat he has got, and the run of fixtures that is the best in the Premier League, and obviously Man City is the best team in the league, and obviously also the fact that Foden didn't start in the Community Shield, and there is a chance that he might not start, and we get league team news just before deadline, and there won't be another Man City asset in your team. I've gone with Stones. And alternative to Stones is Luke Shaw. So Man United don't have that particularly great run of fixtures, but Luke Shaw at 5.5 offers attacking potential, and they also have got a number 9 who can head right now, but he might not start like in game week 1 or game week 2. He will be eased in into the team in game week 3 or 4. So he's a nailed on starter, Luke Shaw, by the way, for Man United. So there's after game week 3, when Højlund starts regularly, I think Luke Shaw becomes a greater asset and stronger asset at 5.5. So I might also go for him. But right now, Stones is my favorite 5.5 defender right now in that position. So I'm going with him. Then in midfield, I've gone with another Arsenal attacker in Havertz, who started as a number 9 in absence of Gabriel Jesus in that Community Shield and played pretty much a decent role. And I think he made a couple of good runs and spaces in behind the Man City defense, and also was good with his feet. But again, he has that finishing concerns about him. His finishing is not that great. But given the run of fixtures, I do want to triple up on Arsenal. And if I haven't got Gabriel back there, I think I'll go for Havertz up front as Jesus is injured. So right now I'm going with him. There's a chance that I could downgrade him to Richarlison at 4.0 million and then upgrade elsewhere. But right now Havertz is my favorite pick in that position, and we can change that during the deadline. You will be able to see. Obviously, I'm going to live stream this year. So yeah, moving on to the attackers, I've gone with Darwin Núñez. Darwin Núñez might not be a nailed on 100% nailed on striker for Liverpool, but I definitely think he's the favorite. He is on fire in preseason. He had already scored a couple of goals, And I think that game week 2 fixture against Bournemouth is a great one for Liverpool. And I am not particularly that confident on Man City in that game week 2 fixture against Newcastle. So I don't want to captain Holland in that game. So there might be a chance that Darwin Núñez starts and just goes wild and scores one or two. So that will be an upside for us. That will be a differential captain for us. So I want to have that opportunity to gain rank on others in early on the season. So there's a quite good chance that I go with Darwin. So at 7.5, I think he's a great option to go for. Others are Watkins, who has been tremendous in preseason and also has a tough starting run of fixtures, but after game week 3, game week 4, he has got a great run. Then I could also go for João Pedro, who was in my previous draft in my starting 11. João Pedro's price point is 5.5, which just puts me off because what if he doesn't start or gets injured or something like that? Then it's pretty much difficult to move down or up from that price point. Basically, it's very difficult to move up from that price point. So we had to waste a transfer there. So that puts me off a bit. So I want to go for a 7.5 or 8 million striker. So right now I've got Darwin. So that's it. That's my team selection for game week 1. So I'll be doing a deadline stream just before the deadline, obviously, and you will be notified about that or updated about that on my Instagram at FPL Football Fanatic. So if you enjoyed watching the video, make sure you like the video, subscribe to my channel, and also I'll see you in the deadline stream. Good luck for game week 1.